We like to call it the Supernatural Hour. And now, our hosts.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with the Supernatural Hour. So you might hear some different voices because, like on our last episode, Castle mentioned that he is no longer part of the show. But I am still here. This is Tim, and I have with me...
Me, I'm back. Are you so excited? Deanne.
We can call you Raven now if you want.
You know what? I would love that.
Or we can just call you Deanne.
No, I'm Raven.
Okay. And then we also have...
Dawn. And I guess I'm not going to be silent, Dawn.
Nope, not anymore. Because the soundboard says Dawn. It doesn't say Silent Dawn.
It doesn't say Silent Dawn
unfortunately,
anymore.
you have to talk now.
Well, when you guys would mute me, it was like,
Well, that was all Castle, and the muting won't happen anymore because I'm not that kind of person.
But you know what?
But I could be. I might mute myself sometimes.
I can reach his mute button, so it kind of depends on what kind of a day we've had.
The buttons are actually accessible to everybody at the table, so we could mute each other. We're probably not going to do that, and we're probably clipping because Castle normally does all of the editing and the soundboard stuff. So if things sound a little off at first, there's going to be a little bit of growing pains because I've never done the soundboard and editing before, so bear with us.
Be patient. It's 2020. We can do hard things, right?
yes.
Sure.
Yes, we can.
Up next, we do have recent investigations. I know, Deanne, you guys were recently on one.
So we've actually had quite a few over the Christmas break, and they've been varied. One of my favorite ones probably was actually a friend that I went to high school with, and he just shot me a text one day, and he says, "Let me send you some video that I got from my Ring doorbell." Or not his Ring doorbell, he had some inside cameras. And he said, what do you think about these? And I was completely thinking, they're going to be, dust, because that's, most orbs are dust. But when these videos came, and I have them, and we will try to get them put up on the website. Again, a few changes going on, and so it might take us a little while. But you could tell that these were not dust. They were, if you look at orbs that are paranormal, they move in different directions, they move fast, they change direction, and so I said, you know what, you have got something, so why don't we come out? So we went out, and in his home, he said, what were some of the things he said was going on? Whatever it was kind of targeting women in the home, and not targeting, but just, touching them and hanging around them and stuff like that. And that barking dog, I am so sorry. That is my little dog, and if you hear a little barking dog, my apologies. He's a brat. But what else was going on?
The previous homeowner had committed suicide at the home.
That's right.
Which was an interesting tidbit.
Right, out on the deck. He did say that things went missing, and overall just kind of a feeling. And so it turns out that there was, the homeowner was in the home. There was also a woman, and did we decide there was a child there?
I don't remember.
I think there's actually been several, so I get them mixed up, but there were 3 spirits in the home. And he said, they didn't want to leave, and he said they can stay as long as they behave. And so we all sat down and had a little chat, and then we left. So that's how that one turned out. Now, I know I sent you on one recently because I couldn't go to that. How did that one turn out?
Yeah, that one was very quick. It was very simple. We went up to this lady's house that was having things moved around in her house. She actually told us that she had her earrings. She found them in the trash. And she didn't throw her brand new earrings away because that's just silly. Who spends all that money on earrings just to throw them in the garbage?
Exactly.
So we were actually able to determine with the help of Peaches that it was an 8-year-old girl who had been murdered by her father sometime back in like the 40s, I believe it was. And she was just kind of like, a mischievous little girl that liked to play around and play jokes. The lady didn't really feel comfortable with the spirit in her home, so we were able to ask the little girl politely. First we asked if she wanted to cross over. That was not something she wanted to do because she was having too much fun. So she decided that she would just go ahead and leave the house and kind of leave that lady alone, and then we were able to kind of put a binding on the home. So not to be rude to the little girl, but it was also kind of to keep other spirits out, because there were other things that were happening. That was mainly with an ex-boyfriend. He had some kind of stuff with him that just don't really want in your life. So the binding was more for like if he happened to come back over, it was to keep that stuff from coming in the house.
Oh, okay.
But it was a very quick, very simple investigation.
Right. And then there was one that all of us went on just before that, and it was in a home. There was a type 2 in the closet, and he just didn't really know boundaries. You know, he liked to tease kids and play with, kids that could see him, but he didn't understand when he should stop. And the little boy in the home that lived in the home, the living boy, he was sensitive, and he could see him and he could sense him, and it really kind of threw him out of whack. There was also...
and hadn't the little boy actually seen him and talked about that there was a ghost in the closet from a very young age, 3 or 4?
Yeah, because the family had lived in the home a long time, and the little, I say little boy, he was probably 12 or 13.
Yeah.
But ever since he was little, he could see it. There was also a grandma spirit in the home, and she kind of had some dementia issues, not all the way with it. And then there was a baby about 18 months, and the nanny. Anyway, there was some family dynamics, and we actually Brandy sent the mail packing because he didn't know boundaries, but the other 3 stayed. Oh, no. Grandma crossed, but the nanny and the baby stayed.
Yeah, the homeowners were totally fine with those staying. I mean, it was kind of nice to be able to go and help them out. That kid, just seeing him in his own bedroom, he was so nervous.
Oh, he was.
When we first got there, before we actually were able to go in and take care of business, I could just feel his anxiety and his nervousness just being in his own bedroom. That's how Freddie was. So I haven't heard back from the family. I don't know if you have, but hopefully things do get better for them and he's able to sleep in his room without being afraid of his own bedroom.
Yeah, no, he was visibly, you could feel it, like Tim said, but he was visibly upset as well.
I think that's all we have for recent investigations.
We're going to try to get some new venues going. Even though we don't have an investigation planned, we may have some other things that month just for camaraderie. So just keep posted because there's some fun stuff coming up.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try to do some meetups. So we're definitely try not to get out of the public picture.
Yeah, build a community around this, not just investigations and the podcast, but have a bit of a community and some get-together kinds of things.
So I believe next we have some weird, wild news.
We do. So as I was researching and trying to find something that was wacky and fun, I pulled up one and it said paranormal beer. And I thought, paranormal beer? What the heck? So I thought, this will be interesting. It actually wasn't. It was a website. But it was in a really cool bottle. So if you want a really cool looking bottle of ale, go to flyingmonkeys.ca/paranormal, and it's called Paranormal Imperial Pumpkin Ale. So that was just kind of cool. But the wacky paranormal news I found is actually, I don't know if it's going to sound like news or if I'm going to sound like a commercial.
.ca is usually Canada, so I don't know if you'll be able to ship that here to the States. But if you're in Canada, you might be able to get some of that awesome beer.
And if you've got Canadian friends, they could send it to you.
This is true.
They could. I have Canadian friends. Okay, so here we go. Ready?
Do it as a commercial.
Oh,
I'd like it as a commercial.
I've been practicing this as a commercial, so you can all tell me if I am commercial worthy or if I need to stick to my day job.
This is great.
And if I need to stick to my day job, my feelings will not be hurt.
No, I'll just teach you how to use your radio voice and announce something in a special voice, just kind of like this.
I've actually been practicing. My dog's been practicing
Let's
too,
hear it.
as you can tell.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna get rid of her for next time. Not rid
Don't
of
kill
her.
the dog.
No, we're just gonna.
This show's not that important.
We'll just put her somewhere where she doesn't sing so much. Anyway, so here we go. Ready? Finally, a dating site for the singles who know how to get a life, well, an afterlife. Okay, maybe some sort of in between, netherworld, ethereal experience. But if you're looking for love and you're dead, Ghost Singles is the site for you. Am I doing good?
You're doing awesome. Keep going.
I'm not done. Lost my place now.
Ghost Singles is the place for you.
Ghost Singles place for you. Dozens of singles have already joined, and the singles chat is available 24/7 for your enjoyment. This is a free dating site if you qualify, so don't hesitate. Join today. Please note, no marriages have ever materialized from Ghost Singles. Relationships? Sure. But seriously, have you ever tried getting a priest to solemnify your holy union? So don't bank on finding your spouse, just your match for eternity. Chat, date, and have fun with other post-life singles. Also, we don't accept the undead or living dead, no zombies or vampires. Final note. If you are mortal, this is not the dating site for you. No offense. Upon request, we can recommend some online single sites for the living. Precisely 1 dozen. Now, if you decide to go onto this website, was that good?
Wait, it's only for dead people?
It's only for dead people. You have to be a spirit. But
When's the last time you've seen a spirit use the internet?
hey, I didn't make it.
Dozens.
There's
No.
dozens?
That's what it says.
No, they can.
That has me sold. Dozens. Dozens and dozens have been sold.
No, they can recommend a dozen living.
No, they said there was dozens of people at the first that have used the site.
Okay, true. But hang on, I haven't gotten to some of the best parts. So when you go onto dating sites, it says, I am a blank looking for a blank between the ages of blank and blank, right? So it says and you can pick male ghost or female ghost, and you can do the ages between 18 because we do want to be legal, right? But the other end of the spectrum is 1,000 plus. So age doesn't matter as long as you're 18. Okay. So if you're a 16-year-old ghost, you're gonna have to wait forever.
Oh, they're screwed then at that point because you don't age once you die.
I know. So
No love for you, underage ghosts.
now you can even go a little further into depth here, because you can search for someone who died horribly, mysteriously, tragically, or suddenly. So there is a type for you.
So you can filter.
That's amazing. I want to know who came up with this. I want to meet this person so I can shake their hand.
So chat now. Other single ghosts are waiting. It's ghostsingles.com, the best dating site for dead singles.
So
Tim is
I'm
speechless.
just there's so many things running through my head right now. I've never actually seen a ghost type on a computer. So if it's an online chat, how do you know they're actually chatting with each other? Do you know, can spirits jump through the internet and just be instantly transported to wherever that other spirit is?
I don't know. It says there's a success story of the week. Thank you, Ghost Singles. You helped us find each other.
I think that's a picture of regular people just slightly
I
distorted.
don't know. They look like they're in the 20s. That looks like they're from the 20s.
I can go buy a suit and make it look like I'm in the 20s. She's got a Gatsby dress. We can dress up and make it look like we're in the 20s.
I didn't invent the site. I'm just letting you know. But
No, I know.
Don't Haunt Alone. There's a home. You can contact them. You can join. You can chat now. You can Reddit this, tweet it, follow it at Ghost Singles. I mean, it's a pretty legit little site.
Well, there you have it, Annie. You have a website you can visit now, in case the German dude at Fort Douglas doesn't work out for you.
And Peaches can help her with the typing.
Well, see, and I'm thinking, it says you can't marry because, I'm thinking that Peaches could get ordained online and she can start marrying ghosts. She can see them.
Oh, we could charge so much money for that.
We could get a lucrative little business going on here.
Yeah. Spiritual money? I don't know.
Could do favors for us.
So someone's like, oh, my grandma wants to get married, but she's dead. And you'd be like, oh, $200. Yeah, $200 ghost
see,
dollars.
dead people have living relatives. They can pay us. We can just go knock on someone's door and say, hey, we just married your dead grandpa to
They might have an
Sally,
inheritance.
so-
You don't know.
Exactly. So anyway,
So-
there's your weird paranormal
No,
news of the
that
day.
was the weird, wild stuff. I love saying that for some reason.
You do it well. I want to add a little something here.
Okay.
So we are always up to trying new things. If there are little clips, we've got the stone of the week, we've got, the weird wacky news. If there is something that you would love to hear us do, just shoot us an email. Give us some ideas, because we're open to keeping things fresh and fun, and we want to keep you happy. So
We
let us
want to
know.
do what's best for us and you. We want it to be entertaining for everybody.
Exactly.
So let us know if there's something that we could be doing better or different. Please feel free to hit us up, and we will do our best to incorporate it into the show or get rid of it if it's something that we're doing and you don't like doing. Hearing, seeing, saying.
Yeah, and
Feeling.
don't email about the dogs. We don't like them either. We'll get them quiet
Next
for
week,
next
hot
time.
dogs.
They might just have to go live in my bedroom for a couple hours.
That's okay. All right then, everybody. Thanks for listening. And
Well, when there's no dogs next week, we'll have to say no animals were
no animals were harmed in the making of this
in the making
podcast.
of this podcast.
You heard the cat, too, though, there for a bit.
We did. We have like a zoo here.
A snake.
What?
We do. We have a snake.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a little corn snake. We
Oh, I was
have.
going to say, if the dog disappears, I'm going to know where, if the snake looks happy, I'll know where the dog went.
No, this snake is so small. That dog is medium size.
Well, if the snake
It's a
disappears, I know, and the dog looks happy, I'll know where the snake went.
Yeah.
Exactly. Alrighty.
All right.
You've been listening to the Supernatural Hour at AdvancedParanormal.com. The Supernatural Hour is part of the Radio Ronin network found at RadioRonin.com. Copyright 2021 by Advanced Paranormal Services.